Online censorship. Yeah, because guys, who Blackface is coming for when it comes to all these censorship bills. And lo and behold, a minister challenges senators to stand up to tech giants on Bill C-18 as Blackface accuses them of bullying tactics. Oh, that's rich, Drea. Justin Trudeau is accusing someone or something else of being a bully? You got to be kidding me.
It's so shocking. It's so shocking. But yeah, not surprising at all to see it. I just lost the article. I was planning on reading some of it, but there we go. And of course, sorry, my screen, I'm on a different device than I normally use, so I can't actually see all of that. David, did you want to take over while I find myself?
Oh, who do you think I am? Clark Kent? I mean,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Olivia's going to bump it up for you, Dre.
Okay. No, it's you know what it is, Olivia, and thank you so much. It's so important to have the behind the scenes team. It's for some reason it's half of the screen. I'm only seeing half of the article, and I don't know what I've done to see it on there. So sorry.
Sure. Okay. So here we go, folks. Heritage Minister Pablo Rodriguez says the world is watching Canada because of its federal online news bill. Actually, that's the first lie, folks. I'm doing a little fact check as I read. The world is watching Canada because of all the smoke from the forest fires engulfing the likes of Manhattan. But I digress. As he urged senators to stand up to the tech giants' threat to withdraw access to news on their platforms. Isn't this amazing? When some of the senators were complaining about Bill C-11, the first censorship bill, the government was mightily perturbed by that. Suddenly, the senators, instead of being a nuisance, stopping the rubber stamping of legislation, Drea, now they are potential allies. So again, unbelievable. Addressing senators examining Bill C-18, Mr. Rodriguez asked if, quote, we collectively have the courage to stand up to the big digital platforms. And I'm looking around the table. I know the answer will be yes. End quote. He told the Transport Anti-Communications Committee.
Anti-communications.
Is transport and wait a minute. Why is transport and communications in the same? I mean, what do they have in common, Drea?
There's all these titles going on here. Transport Anti-Communications is now involved in it. I don't know, but that's worth looking into for us as well. But I mean, I don't know. Are you feeling that a lot of people are aware? Like, is it just our bubble that's really aware of, sort of the dangers I think are to come from this sort of these policies? Because when I talk to people who maybe, don't tune into Rebel News, they seem to not know anything about it. And I really think this is one of the biggest issues that Canada will be facing. I would predict, especially just before the election comes in, I think that's when we're going to start to feel some of the labor pains of all of this.
Well, Drea, you're so right. I'll tell you, if I went down to Yonge Dundas Square and I asked about Bill C-11, Bill C-18, I would really need antidepressants afterwards. I don't think 1 in 100 people, I swear I'm not exaggerating, would know what in blue hell I'm talking about. By the way, you ask these same people, have you seen Kim Kardashian's new rhinestone bikini?
Right.
They'll chat chapter and verse on that one until the sun sets. But I think
Kanye West's girlfriend or wife who looks exactly like Pete Davidson.
Yes, exactly.
So weird.
But I think what Rodriguez is getting here is this idea of the tech giants, like the likes of Facebook, paying royalties to sending out news links of Canadian newspapers and magazines, kind of like, you know what, we that is the Blackface Liberals, we can't be the only ones propping up this sunset industry. You have to too.
Exactly.
And the tech giants going, no problem. We just won't tweet out Canadian news links. And suddenly this is bullying? Who's the bully here?
Yeah, who is the bully, of course. And also, isn't there something about like sort of a tax break for citizens as well? That's coming, like sort of an incentive if you subscribe to the preferred state outlets.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's right in line with this as well. Like, it is so wrong on so many levels. We already have, the state paying for a significant portion of over 95% of the media in Canada. And now you're going to be incentivized to subscribe to these outlets that would, let's face it, without this type of push of taxpayer dollars on them, would be dead. And then you're going to have big tech doing things like this to make it all happen. And then who knows if you'll be able to find independent alternative media anymore just by search.
Yeah, Dre, does anyone in this nation put a quarter in the newspaper box anymore to get their
No,
paper or
my
subscribe?
nieces, my nieces deliver newspaper, and I'm like, I'm still so shocked about it happening, but that's their job.
Drea, you said niece during Pride Month. According to Robert Chevalier of the Toronto Police Diversity Division, you don't say niece and you don't say nephew because you don't know if your niece is identifying as a boy. You
Oh,
say
I know
nibbling.
what my niece is.
Yeah, it's a
My
nibbling.
nieces know who they are. They know what's
so
up.
So yeah, how about this? How about we subscribe to a free market economy? How about we don't pick winners and losers? And by that I mean media outlets, and for that matter, automotive companies and battery makers, which we are subsidizing to the tune of tens of billions of dollars right now, Drea. This is not the role of government. And when you mentioned the tax break thing for subscriptions, I wonder, we should put it to the test. There are people that, most of our content at Rebel News is free, but we have premium content that is behind a paywall. And I wonder if our subscribers of that premium content will get a tax break for their Rebel News subscriptions. Yeah. I can hardly wait to see Blackface, explain why you folks are not qualified. But if it's a Toronto Star, yeah, come on down.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like there's another article here from the National Post. Government has options if Facebook, Google pull news content. So apparently, yeah. So the Liberal government. Oh, this isn't what you just read, is it?
Oh no. We began, but it's I guess a sidebar, if you will, to what we were saying. Yeah. Basically, Drea, what's happening with the government calling these tech giants like Facebook and Google bullies? What they've done is called the government's bluff, and they go, if we have to pay a royalty for putting out these links, well, then that's okay. We'll obey by the rules and we won't put out these links. And then suddenly, and I don't think the government expected this. I thought, because so often, and let's be frank, big government and big tech and big pharma, they all march in lockstep.
Hand in hand.
Looks like when it comes to the bottom line, not so much in Silicon Valley. And
the bottom. Yep. Oh, sorry. I thought you were.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the bottom line relates to the algorithm too, because this is all going to mess up their algorithm, and that's going to make them lose a lot of money if they don't know what readers and scrollers actually want to see. They can't keep offering them that information. I know YouTube. Someone at the top of YouTube actually did a full video explaining why they have issues with this and how it's going to mess everything up. So that you're right. It is about the bottom line, and it's good to see this kind of friction.
100%. Our last item on the tech giants. Well, we have a bit of a scoop here at Rebel News, don't we, Drea? What a bombshell. Instagram facilitates vast child porn network. Unbelievable. So isn't this something? You have a contrarian opinion to say vaccines, you're banned, you're deplatformed, you're demonetized, you name it. And meanwhile, the likes of Instagram is peddling child pornography. It doesn't get more repugnant than that, does it?
No, I'm glad that this is being brought attention to, because it's a problem. It's not just a problem on Instagram. It's also a problem on YouTube. YouTube actually has done a lot of things to try to change this type of stuff. But I have personally noticed that Instagram is bad. And when you report something, I've worked with a lot of people who have been victims of sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. And so I tend to report anytime I see a nude child, even if it's, the parents are putting it up because they think it's cute and it's a baby, I report it. But if you report it so many times, Instagram, Facebook, they just come back and they say, like, it's not against our terms and conditions. But then look how heavily they censor, I don't know, talking about what Trump tweeted on January 6th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that there's awareness about this issue, but it is so concerning that this is a thing. And it kind of even reminds me of pre-Musk Twitter, because I know that since Musk has come, one of his top priorities has been to try to help make sure that is a safer place that isn't exploiting children. And he has made changes in that area. So
100%.
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.